Honestly, we give IGN so much flack for their coverage of gaming, and rightfully so, obviously. They constantly lie, they constantly try to berate us, tell us what we should believe, what we should like, and whatnot. The last time IGN gave a good game a good grade was, I honestly don't even remember when. But everyone remembers that IGN gave Dragon Age Veilguard a 9 out of 10. Dustborn probably was an 8 out of 10. Highguard was the next upcoming Game of the Year award for them. While actually good games that the gamers love, adore, and want to play, like Clair Obscur or Crimson Desert, are pretty much just getting 6s across the board. Now, obviously, the meme is that the IGN 6 out of 10 is the next GOTY pretty much always, which is true for the most part. But it's understandable that we hate IGN. They hate us at the end of the day. But I do think that we forget about one very, very important thing in the gaming sphere, boys, and that is PC Gamer. Low-key, I truly believe PC Gamer does not get enough flack for their decision-making. Yeah, sure, IGN is the one best known for being against gamers, while pretending that they are for us. But PC Gamer is a completely different beast. I honestly think PC Gamer is definitely the unsung hero of the completely corrupt gaming journalism world. And yeah, PC Gamer is not known for giving the worst of the worst games, the Concords, the 10 out of 10 that they so much deserve, obviously. And they are not known for giving actually great games like Black Myth Wukong 5s or 6s or 4s. But man, I do think PC Gamer is definitely a special kind of special. PC Gamer will come out with the absolutely most unhinged articles ever. They do this constantly, I swear. When Path of Exile 2 came out and became popular, they were running defense for Diablo 4 constantly. They made articles like, Diablo 4 is so much better because of the itemization. What itemization, you idiots? That was before even the itemization rework. Diablo 4 is so much better because the items look so much cooler. The gameplay is better. And they did so much. PC Gamer, they have a talent, okay? They have an absolute S grade talent when it comes to... If you can think of a subject that every gamer in the world agrees upon that something is good, PC Gamer will already have 2 or 3 articles saying how that's the worst thing in the world. My god, they are experts at this. And today, I think they outdone themselves this time. Oh boys, this one is about Crimson Desert. And I mean, you probably already read the title while I was yapping, but my god, does it get worse, boys. It's been a month since a release, and I'm still not sure if Pearl Abyss knows what it wants Crimson Desert to be. I'm pretty sure only you don't know what Crimson Desert is supposed to be. You absolute pile of geese. Disgusting. But I mean, again, this is PC Gamer. They definitely deserve to be contenders for the worst journalists right there alongside with IGN. And in this case, I do think they're actually worse than IGN. Player base says jump and Pearl Abyss says how high. Yes, I mean, trust me, when we're going to get deeper in this article, you're going to be mind blown about the logic or absolute lack of logic that these people have. But yes, here they are literally implying that Crimson Desert somehow is bad because it does this crazy thing called adding stuff and doing things that the player base wants. How dare they? Because let's be real, every modern day AAA garbage company that deserves to go bankrupt, your Ubisofts, your Blizzards, your Xbox Gaming, your everything, they never listen. They never listen to the players. In fact, they do the opposite that players want. And Crimson Abyss, Pearl Abyss, They're daring to do this crazy thing is listen to the players and add things and fixes and stuff that they want. And again, if this alone doesn't seem completely crazy and out of touch to you, it's gonna get better, okay? Because there's actual this rare thing called justification for reasoning in this article, which is probably the dumbest thing ever. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering how Crimson Desert is doing, it's doing good, okay? Never broke the 276k player peak, which was at this point, I think, a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, and Crimson Desert has honestly been almost on the market for almost a month now. And honestly, while the drop-offs are definitely here, the recent drop-off from the Sunday to Monday Fun Day has been pretty intense. But overall, Crimson Desert still has a notably above 1/3 of its player base. Actually, this is way more close to 50% than 1/3. So that is actually really good because you can remember which game held player base this strongly while it was a single player experience, not a multiplayer, but a single player one. That's right, it was Baldur's Gate 3, a certified IGN 7 out of 10. I also remember the PC Gamer had some stupid article about Baldur's Gate 3 also, about something about being sexism or whatever. Leave it to those idiots to find it, whatever. But I mean, it released, and look at that, 1 month in. Now, granted, obviously, Baldur's Gate 3 fall off was way smaller than, you know, Crimson Desert's, but still, Crimson Desert is more akin to the success of Baldur's Gate 3 than anything else. So, you know, maybe this pandering to what people want is working out for them. Shocker, I know. I mean, you only have problems figuring this out if you're a game journalist at the end of the day, right? Nothing has made it more obvious that Crimson Desert is a single-player game. I think the fact that it's a single-player game was evident by the fact that it's a single fucking player game, dude. Okay. Created by an MMO developer, Dan, it's Pat Cadence and the Rapid Evolution. What Rapid Evolution? I'm sorry. Has Crimson Desert evolved? Not really. In this month, the game has changed so much in little under a month. Has it? Has it really changed that much? I think most people would firmly disagree with this, as Pearl Abyss has pumped out an absurd number of updates. Yes. Update your game and make it better that people like it. Bad. We really don't hate game journalists enough, do we? We really don't hate PC Gamer enough, do we? Again, IGN is the known one, but PC Gamer is worse in so many ways than IGN, honestly. Quality of life changes, bug fixes, implementing new features, stuff that I would expect to arrive weeks or months post-launch has instead been patched into game within mere days. This is portrayed as a bad thing, by the way. This is portrayed as a bad thing. And it is a bad thing for all of these websites, all these game journalists and whatnot. Because of the very simple thing that, I mean, you look at any other AAA company, Bethesda, they update Starfield like once a year, and the update is usually 3 lines of text. All of these companies fail to update their games fast enough. They literally take months to implement basic things, to make basic changes that everyone asks for. Well, Pearl Abyss is doing that, and well, they have done most of it in literal days since launch. The first major upgrade to controls and whatnot, how did that take like 2 days or 1 day or 3 days after launch? It was very quick. And of course, these people think that that's a bad thing, because Pearl Abyss is just showing how incompetent other companies are. And PC Gamer needs those companies to be loved. I'm complaining in my Crimson Desert review. There's a review, huh? I'm not. Actually, how much did you give it? 8 out of 10. Fear. Absolute fear. About the lack of storage, and 4 days after release, boom, private storage chest. Players complained about the chest's location and only took a few more days after that for it to move somewhere else. It's just one example of how many nips and tucks Pearl Abyss has made to Crimson Desert, in what I can only assume is an attempt to respond to players' feet. No, they did this randomly. You know what? Bro, you read this and you need to understand. The person writing this is currently getting confused that a games company is responding to the wants and wills of the gamers. There's no other way to interpret this. This person is getting confused that Pearl Abyss is actually responding to what players want and doing this. And this person is getting mad for some reason. As quickly and frequently as possible. It's net positive overall. The fact that he even calls it net positive is honestly probably made him physically ill. For sure, the company cries out against something abrasive or frustrating, and the developer quickly fixes it up. It's something that I should wholeheartedly be here for. But he's not for some reason. The game's easier to play, it's less frustrating, it's far more pleasant overall experience. That's a win, right? Like, this person even understands that he should be happy about this, but for some reason, he is not. Truly a miracle things. All of these rapid changes have me wondering what the developer's vision for the game was in the first place. Did Pearl Abyss want it to be unforgiving Souls adventure experience before it neutered the difficulty and more recently introduced difficulty sliders? You can't make this up. The game gets better. The developers are fixing the game where they feel it's necessary, how they feel it's necessary to accommodate more people, to make it more likable. And this person is like, did they actually want to make Crimson Desert in the first place? Why are they making changes now? They should keep the bugs because the bugs were the part of their vision. Was its original decision to offer no storage options a deliberate one, guided by some ethos or overreaching plan on how plan for how initially obtuse or frictious it should be, or was it simply a wild oversight driven by assumptions that expanding inventory throughout a myriad of side quests would simply be enough? Like, what are these questions? It's insane. Again, PC Gamer does not get enough hate. Why this pull here? Crimson Desert is not an AR field. That's a good comment. I know what I want it to be, cheaper on Steam, so the same price as the PC5 version on physical media, which should cost more. The player base says jump and Pearl Abyss says how high. Oh, the whole... He understands. Developers that actually listen to player feedback. The game sales aren't slowing down. This is how it works. So let me get this straight. You're painting devs actually listening to the things that players want for people who are actually playing for the product and changing things and made it more successful as a bad thing. Exactly. I did not read the comments. I did not even know that this site has comments. But I am extremely happy, honestly, to see that it seems like pretty much all tune the tomato folks, blah blah. Yeah, it seems like all the people commenting here are absolutely just in horror and making fun of this person for legitimately saying, oh, pandering to players bad. My God. Worse than IGN, what can I say? Anyway, have a nice day. Bye.